right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right, first we want to start by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom to you fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity, especially during these times. All right, a hearty shalom to you. Shalom to you, few Akwaf that believe as well. All right, a hearty shalom to you other laborers, all right, that are doing the work in truth and in sincerity as well, especially wherever you scattered throughout the face of the earth, you know, where you be among the heathen, and even like the heathen who are speckled bird Israelites, to the whole household of faith, which is the elect, we want to say shalom. All right, and I'm with the brother Thaba One, and we're gonna bring out this article from the Newsbreak app, and you know, it's all tied into the new big beautiful bill, and this is pertaining to the part of it that goes in on Social Security. All right, so it says the impact of the GOP budget bill on Social Security. According to the Nonpartisan Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, the Social Security Trust Fund is already in the most precarious position since the 1980s. Projected to run out of money within the decade, Trump's beautiful bill puts even more pressure on Social Security. And you know, Social Security is taken out of your paycheck. You know, every time you excuse me, every time you get paid, you know, they take out these different taxes. You know, Social Security is one of them, which, you know, it goes hand in hand with retirement. You know, when you retire, you get your retirement money, which is through Social Security. And so, if you worked all your life, then you retire after so many odd years, maybe 3 decades, 30 years, you know, however long you work. Most people have to work 4 decades a lot of the time, you know, and you get to your retirement age, you don't got no retirement. I mean, that's fucked up, because they took all this money out your check every time you got paid. But now, when it's time for them to give you the money that you earned and put into it, all right, they're closing that, you know, that benefit down. All right. So when you look at it, all right, working in Babylon, there's no benefit to it. You know, it's all geared to work you like a mule. All right, then when you're done, you know, hope that you die, because they push the Social Security age even further. You know, shit, I was reading Psalms 90:10.
I got it for you.
Because that's like basically hoping you die before you even eligible to get it.
Is it Psalms 90:10?
Yeah, I think it's Psalms 90:10.
It's book of Psalms, chapter 90, and verse 10. It says, "The days of our years are 80 years and 10, and if by reason of strength it be 80 years, yet it is their strength, labor, and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, and we fly away."
See? So 80 years and 10 is 70 years. That's the average life, you know, upon earth. So it says 80, which is 80 years old, by reason of strength. See? So they push the Social Security limit to what, 69, 70? So they just basically hoping you die. And if you worked a hard laborer's job, you know, usually people die within a year or two. You know, so you don't even get the full benefits of that retirement. Yet you worked your whole life. You want to speak on that?
That makes me think about Isaiah 47:6. All right, by how I actually got to pull it up. I'm going to read it real quick. It says, "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid thy yoke." You know, I brought that out. You know, the main point being the end of that scripture, upon like how it says, "Upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid thy yoke," man. All right, and that's kind of going into it, man, because hey, here in Babylon, hey, you gotta work till you 70 years old, man, and by the time then, hey, like the brother said, you got a couple years left to live, or you don't even really get to enjoy that, man. All right, you got 60-year-olds working in warehouses and shit like that here in Babylon, man. All right, and that's what Esau wants. All right, the article that we read in this, you know, this is all the part of Esau's plan, man. All right, they want you to work yourself to death here in Babylon, man. All right, and you know, the Lord delivered us into their hands, but you know, Esau goes overboard, man. All right, they ain't have no mercy on Jake, man. All right,
because we the main laborers.
We're
the main laborers. It says, hours after Republicans approved Trump's deficit busting budget bill, the Social Security Administration sent an email to millions celebrating the bill's passage and how it delivers on President Trump's promise to protect Social Security, which they're not. The big, beautiful bill is ensuring that gulf between the rich and poor. And overwhelmingly, the rich is obviously Esau, because this is his rulership, and his blessing of enjoying the fatness of the land. He's enjoying that. While Jake, we're Lazarus. Lazarus represents us, the poor and down and out. He basically takes full advantage of that, because that big beautiful bill is going to really put the poor, all right, in the more extreme situation. So it's basically gearing you up to strictly have to depend on the government for everything, because you've been able to work for so many years, get a job, but now the job market is crashing. Yep. First and foremost, and then you got it where people can't find jobs, so the unemployment, all right, even though the numbers may look favorable to Trump administration, but the real numbers, they don't add up or tally in, because there's way more unemployed people now because of the jobs closing down, because of the agriculture taking a hit, because every part of the job sector in America, which is Babylon, has taken a hit due to the pandemic, and also not being able to recover from that. All right.
Yeah, a lot of these jobs are downsizing, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They lessening the amount of people that they actually have working at their facilities and things like that, man, because they can't handle the economic situation, man.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to cut their losses somewhere, and that's gonna be to the people, man.
Yep.
All right, that's why you have large numbers of unemployment, man. And then I actually seen a video where this one guy, he was filling out hundreds of applications and wasn't getting no calls back, man.
Yep.
That's the reality for a lot of people here in Babylon, man. All right, this place is going to continue to wax worse and worse and worse, man. All right.
Pretty stuff for you. This is Rock 34 and verse 21. It says, "The bread of the needy is their life. He that defrauded him thereof is a man of blood." All right, so the needy, all right, have to work in order to receive, all right, our bread. So if you defrauding, the needy of their daily bread, you a man of blood. All right, it goes on to say in verse 22, he that taketh away his neighbor's living slid him, and he that defraud the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder. And that's a so-called white man. That's Esau to a T. And it says that, well, matter of fact, speaking of a bloodshedder, it says in Ezekiel 35 that what? Since thou hast not hated blood. Because this is another way of shedding blood. All right? Because what the poor going to do if you take away the basic things they need on the daily? Eventually die off. Starvation. Because you got a lot of those food pantries, they've been shutting down. That was years ago. They couldn't keep up years ago. You can rarely ever find a food pantry. And you got people that's so-called middle class or upper middle class going to food pantries. You got people crying, couples crying on internet, because they have to both work full-time jobs plus overtime, can't spend time with their children. All right, so this place is imploding, man. All right, so you making it harder and harder on the people. This guy's Donald Trump. He's got to be the cruel Lord that's spoken about in Isaiah 19, because it's not only affecting the tribes, you Israelites out there, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American people. It's affecting the Edomites as well. Becky and John gotta break down and live like Jake, and they're not used to that. See?
In my last video, I found a little clip of this Edomite woman. She was crying because this bill passed, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Esau, he'll do it to his own people to get to Jake, man. All right, because ultimately we know he knows that we are against him, man.
Yep.
All right, so he's gonna do what he do, man. All right, and Esau, hey, they know that, hey, they time reigning is almost over, man. All right, so hey, they're gonna do whatever they can, man, to take Jake down, man.
Yep.
All right.
There's a precept to back you up. Sirach 14:5, it says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?"
God. And you got to understand, there is no such thing as a good Edomite, man.
God.
All right, the Lord made Esau to be the wicked, man. All right, that's how he was set up to be. All right, so hey. So if he can't do good to himself, who else can you expect him to do good to, man? Nobody, man. Like I said, Esau destroyed his own people, man, to get to Jake, man. All right. That's why the scriptures tell you that the spirit of him is not upright, man. So Esau really can't do no good, man. All right, and if they do, they doing it to a fault, and they don't really want to do it, man. Mm-hmm. All right.
Jumping down to verse 7, it says, "And if he do it good, he doeth it unwillingly."
God, that just hit the nail right on the head, man. All right, Esau, Esau don't want to do no good to Jake, man. All right, and then if they are, they doing it as for a show, man. All right, because they want to keep they so-called image pure, man. Mm-hmm. All right, but we understand that deep down, Esau is a devil, man. All right.
Yeah, you get something from Edomite. That's just Proverbs 16, verse 7, I think it is. Yep. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Because Esau is our number one enemy. Because the heathen are our enemy in general. All right, start with Esau, Edom. So if he give you something, it's all because of the Lord. Because the Lord is the one that direct man's steps. So that's just what it is. It says, "And if he do it good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness." You know, because even if he do that, you know, he'll turn around and do some wicked shit anyway, or do something to get to you. You got it, bro.
This the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Mm-hmm. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." All right, and we understand that our enemy, all right, is Esau, Edom. All right, that's who we talking about right now, man. And the scriptures say, "Never trust thine enemy," man. Mm-hmm. All right, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. All right, now, as you know, all right, there's nothing you can really do, all right, to stop iron from rusting, outside of putting, you know, different chemicals on it. But you know, if iron touches oxygen, man, it's eventually gonna rust, man. Mm-hmm. So just like that's what the Lord is likening Esau's wickedness unto, man. All right, there's nothing really that you can do to stop his wickedness, man. He's always gonna, at some point, he's gonna show his horns, man. Mm-hmm. All right, that's why you can't trust him, man. All right.
You got more on that?
Yeah, I can keep going.
Okay.
This is verse 11. It says, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away." Uh-huh. All right. So, when the Edomite come to you all humbly and low, all right, you got to side out of that, man. All right, because he, like I said, he's doing it unwillingly. He's doing it for a reason, man. All right, Esau, a real Edomite always has an ulterior motive, man. All right, as to why he's coming to you, man. For example, if you're on a job, man, your boss can come up to you, ask how your family doing, how your kids doing, before he throw 30 pounds of work on you, man. All right, so that's just an example of how Esau moves, man. All right, like I say, he's always gonna show his horns, no matter how he looks when he comes up to you. All right, eventually he's gonna show his horns, and you're gonna see that rust, i.e. his wickedness, has not been altogether wiped away, man.
Yeah. And it was at Jeremiah 13, I think it is, where it says that made one do good as accustomed to doing evil. Yep. You know, the Lord made him to be just that, the wicked. All right, it says, and that's the reason why a lot of people this morning, because the wicked bear through right now. All right, a little more in the article. It says, the email also states that the SSA remains committed to providing timely, accurate information to the public. The email is propaganda that misleads about real impact of the GOP budget bill. It says Social Security Commissioner Frank Bizigano broke his agency's commitment to accurate information in the very email in which it was sent. The email is deceptive about how the budget bill lowers taxes on Social Security benefits and disregards how it puts Social Security at greater risk of insolvency. I don't know what this word insolvency means, so I'm going to look it up. All right, it says the state of being insolvent. It says inability to pay one's debt. Oh well, hey, that's Esau because he's in debt as the scriptures tells in Habakkuk too. You know, what it says. What you gonna go ahead, Bible Shah? I might misquote it.
Habakkuk chapter 2.
About 6, I think it is.
It's the Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay." Right, and we know that the clay goes back to the Hebrew word abatyat, which means heavy debts. And this man is in heavy debt. Okay, and you see right here on the dictionary, it says what? Similar to insolvent, it says bankruptcy, liquidation, failure, collapse, ruin. I mean, I don't need to read no more. Failure, collapse. I mean, America's collapsing. It says that we can't heal Babylon. Matter of fact, we're gonna get that. Yeah, because you know they thought it was gonna just affect Jake. No, you devils getting affected too. You Edomites. Okay. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 8. It says, "Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed." All right, and you know what's the balm? Balm is a ointment that soothes the pain when you got like an open sore. All right, and America got a grievous sore that can't be cured. All right, that's why when you got a grievous sore or somebody got a grievous sore in their body that just won't be healed, they eventually die out because through infection. All right, through infection and whatever it may cause with that. All right, and America is totally, what you call that? Covered. America is totally covered in putrefying sores that cannot be soothed or healed. Okay. Verse 9: "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies." So, hey, we can't heal this place, man. And when you look at everything that's going on in this place, all right, as far as everything that's falling apart, which this society is just totally in ruin, they're pushing forward their new world order because why? Everything's collapsing. This day perfect time to push it. And they're going to make it to where, you know, that's why it says in Revelation 13 that what? Because of all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive that charagma, which is the MOTB. So when the economy shut down, all right, and then they go back online, even the people that's on Social Security want to get that MOTB, right? Or you want to have your benefits. It's going to apply for everybody, from those that are working or working class on down to the poor or homeless. Okay. If I may, hey, that's how Esau likes to operate, man. All right, order out of chaos, man. All right, he'll do a bunch of shit to cause chaos, and then guess what? People are gonna be looking for answers. People are gonna be looking for solutions. All right, and he's gonna come out with that so-called solution, man. And these people are gonna fall for it, man. All right, because like I said, people are gonna be seeking answers in the wrong direction, man. Via Esau Edom, man. All right, and he's gonna present that, man. All right, and people are gonna jump right on it, man. Yep. All right, that's how he's gonna fool a lot of people because there's gonna be so much chaos and turmoil going on. People are gonna be looking for answers, man. All right.
Yep. What's that? That made me think about what it says. Let me get it real quick. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." And that's what, you know, going to happen because, you know, like the brother going into, Esau won't have that solution because he created the chaos in the first place, and he's that one that creates the problem, and then he got the solution, or like the brother said, or abkeo, which that's the way Esau is able to control the people. All right, and the masses will go along with what Esau says. Okay, but you're gonna have some rebellious ones that's going to rebel against Esau's agenda, all right, even of his own people, right? That's going to go against his NWO, all right, because they know that the small hats is behind it. Why do you think the small hats has been put on blast right now? They cuss them out in the streets, running, chasing them down the streets and shit, cussing them out. All right, people are awakening to these small hats because they're the main ones that defraud the people. I was holding something for you. Proverbs 22 and 22, it says, "Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them."
Hey, man, it said, "Rob not the poor because he is poor." And like I said, that's what Esau likes to do. All right, they got that spirit to where, hey, if you down on the ground, look, I'm about to come and kick your ass, man. That's what Esau does, man. So we're already in a bad predicament. Guess what? He's just gonna try to add on top of that, man. And that goes into that everlasting hatred that they have for the nation of Israel, man. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, bro.
I was going to read the NLT for you. It says in NLT, check this out. It says, "Don't rob the poor just because you can."
Hey, is it not in the power of their hands, man? Going in the book of Micah. All right, so guess what? That's what they do. Just because they know that they can get away with it, or they think that they can get away with it, man. All right, so that's what they're gonna do. All right, but guess what? Soon come, the Lord is about to come and plead our cause, man. All right, he's gonna come back and avenge himself and his people, man.
God.
All right.
It says, "Don't rob the poor just because you can, or exploit the needy in court, because they're gonna use their laws to back them up." When it says in Wisdom of Solomon 2, let the in fact, I'll get it real quick. And this keep coming out too, because hey, this is what Esau does. He uses legislation to justify his actions. All right. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. And I'll start at verse 10. "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age." And that's and this article is going into that. The righteous man is Jacob. Okay. And the widows, the women, they are left with no husbands. All right. And then the ancient gray hairs, the old folks that work their ass off. All right, that you put heavy labors upon, because back in the day, Jake had to work extra hard, dealing with Jim Crow and the jobs they could get among Esau's jobs. So they had it extra hard then to retire in their old age, and then they don't have no retirement to look forward to. That's just totally oppressing them. Okay, verse 11: "Let our strength be the law of justice." All right, and that's how they get down on Jake. Well, the law backs us up. It says this in this code section so and so 102. And then what Jake gotta do? Go home and lick their sores and be pissed off. But hey, this is a result of us being disobedient to the Heavenly Father. So we gotta take this on cheerfully, man, because this is our punishment that we're worthy of. Okay, but it don't justify you wicked, man, which is Esau, man. All right, it says back in Proverbs 22 and verse 23 on the NLT, it says, "For the Lord is their defender; He will ruin anyone who ruins them." So that's pretty much the state of you Edomites, because the calamity is coming upon you right now. All right, calamity means what? Misery and misfortune, and a lot of them experiencing that. But hey, you tribes, we're in the midst of Jacob's time of trouble, and everything else is like adding on to it, as far as the hell Jake is catching. You got anything else on it?
No.
Yeah, so, hey, this is why it says, what? "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity." All right, Baruch 3 and 8. It says, where we're scattered. Matter of fact, I'll get it. Where we're subject to payments. We close on that.
I got it.
God.
This book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8, it says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, but thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power."
Yep, and that's what we're going through. We're living out the last days of being under our enemies, and we're still in these curses right now because Yahweh haven't returned yet and delivered us from our enemies. Because that's when the curse is going to actually stop. All right, once we're liberated from this kingdom, and this kingdom is destroyed, then we're gonna be free indeed. Because right now we're just spiritually free, but currently we're still under their hand. We're still found in their hand, and that goes with what's that? Exodus. He that steals the man, or if he be found in his hand, shall surely be put to death. So we're still found in the hand of you Edomites, and so the Lord is going to put you to death, man. And it's the reason why the Lord is going to put you where you belong at Esau, which is under us, because all your wickedness, man. You know, and it's just the one of many, you know, of points to make on the things they do to Jake, to cut us off from even the basic things of life. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you know, this short video has been edifying to the flock. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and Shalom to the Lord's elect. And Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.
Shalom.